Yes, sir. It's a lot to talk about today. I had to get the iPad out for this one. I had to jot down my little notes on this one. It's a lot in the NFL to talk about today. We're going to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. You see the name of the channel is Everything Media. Let's explain that first. I talk anything media related that you want to talk about. You come across this video, you want to talk sports, TV shows, movies, you name it, we talk about it. And this is the first time I think I'm doing sports so far. I've been TV shows and things like that. I want to get sports going. Ideally for me, it would be someone to discuss with, debate with, talk sports with. But I'm going to go on the fly because today is the NFL free agency week. Have to talk NFL free agencies. A lot of moves, more than I can keep up with. The big one, the one we knew for a while now, Aaron Rodgers is going to the Jets. Allen Lazard is going to the Jets. Aaron Rodgers apparently giving the New York Jets a wish list of things he would want on his team, which is Odell Beckham. So let's discuss what would that mean. You'll take a Jets team that was they was fighting their division last year over the Bills and the Dolphins. You know, that division doesn't have a team that is just bottom of the barrel. No one's a 3-win team, 4-win team. We know the Bills are the cream of the crop in that division, but we seen the Dolphins and their emergence this year. And someone could ask if Tua didn't get injured and have his injury this year, how much more in the running for that division crown that the Dolphins would have been. The Jets were showing massive improvement as a team. And these pieces here. Now, I know a lot of folks want to cast doubt on Aaron Rodgers at this point. Things he said in the media and took headline. People question his desire to still play football. Hey, but one thing I know, a lot of times when people say like they disinterested in something, what they need is a new environment. A new environment to bring out they happiness, they joy, I know he's been doing his whole getaways and the darkness or whatnot. And now he's a Jet. I think we're gonna see I don't want to say new. Once Aaron Rodgers that coming back to form, I think he's gonna be back to Aaron Rodgers we know of. So great day for Jets fans over there with that. Tyler Heineken to the Falcons. Now that's a lot to talk about when it comes to Heineken signing with the Falcons. It was discussions of Lamar Jackson at one point and where he was going to land. Was he going to land in Washington? Was he going to land in San Francisco? Was he going to land in Atlanta? And we know what happened out of the blue. Almost everybody came out to say they was uninterested. So the Falcons made their move. This division in the NFC South has been making. I got the iPad out. Let's see some of the moves. The Bucs signed Baker Mayfield. The Panthers signed Hayden Hurst. The Panthers signed Andy Dalton. So you got key additions into this division. The Saints signed Derek Carr. So you add all these pieces. Tyler Heineken when it comes to Andy Dalton, when it comes to Derek Carr, I think he can emerge as the best of that bunch. You got a division that's up for grab. Tom Brady just retired, even though he didn't even play as well on his way out the door, but that division it's not a pillar division last year. So I know every team was jockeying for position for a division that seemed to be up for grabs there. The Colts released Matt Ryan. Speaking of the Falcons, former quarterback. Do you go for a reunion there? Do you go back and try to grab Matt Ryan to finish his year in Atlanta? Matt Ryan didn't leave Atlanta and go to the Colts and show promise that he was still playing to the level that of a former MVP. So you add another year on him. You add more hits on him. You don't take that risk. This team got to be about getting younger right now. Kyle Pitts, Drake London. We got to be about getting Algier. The Falcons have to be about getting younger at this point. If you want to sign Matt Ryan as a potential backup to help train whoever because I think the Falcons are going to get a pick out the draft at quarterbacking position. But Matt Ryan released by the Colts. What else we got here? The Cowboys sound Stephen Gilmore. That's a big pickup for that secondary over there in Dallas. Dallas back-to-back divisional playoff losses. this year and last year. That team, I don't know what it is. I don't want to sound like Stephen A, but it's just something about that team. You know, they're so polarizing. You got to have an opinion on them. You have to hate them. You have to love them, or you got, you know, how you feel about this player and that player. They just, if they find ways to lose games that a lot of times, even if I'm going to putting against them, I don't see how they lose some of them games. But with Gilmore going to secondary, you toughen up that defense, and that's a good addition. Speaking of the Cowboys, they released Ezekiel Elliott today. I don't know what to make of that move. He's a running back. Running backs have a short lifespan. He also getting older. I don't know what the trade market for Ezekiel Elliott would have been. That's the question. I want to know what the trade market for Ezekiel Elliott would have been if the Cowboys are trying to shop him around before the release. It almost feels out of nowhere, you know. But he'll had a good career in Dallas for the most part. I'm interested to see what's next for Zeke in the long run. What else do we have? Jacoby Brissett to Washington, another team over in the NFC East. I think almost got organized. We went from the South, now we dealing with the NFC East. Washington was another team, as I said, that was being discussed when it comes to getting Lamar Jackson. Said they was interested, got Jacoby Brissett. If you looking at that division right now, I don't see it changing from that structure of the Cowboys and Eagles being the two teams over there. Nah, the Giants, I don't know how much I'm buying into Daniel Jones. We have seen a major development in him over the last year. We seen that development. The head coach was the coach of the year. I don't get it. I don't get how you get. I get the improvement Daniel Jones got and the improvement the New York Giants got under him, and it was in his first season as head coach. That's a hell of a job to do. A hell of a job, and make the playoffs and win a playoff game. Put out the Minnesota Vikings, who was a good team all year. They're supposed to be able to run over them. Hell of a job. You can lay out coach of the year there. That division, you got swept by the Cowboys. You got swept by the Eagles. Then you got blew out and put out the playoffs by the Eagles. I may be mistaken. Pretty sure it was the Eagles. I don't get how the Eagles coach don't grab coach of the year in this scenario. Made the Super Bowl, won the toughest division in football. Talk about improvement in Daniel Jones. How about improvement in Jalen Hurts as MVP candidate? So, whoever it is, the Giants going to be there. I can see the Giants knocking. We can have another 3 team make the playoffs over there with them 3 teams. But I think for the most part, the Cowboys and Eagles are going to have a stronghold on that division. Who else we have? Lions signed Montgomery. Can't say his name. Lions signed the running back. It's Montgomery. The Lions signed the running back. The Lions, man. Where are we going with the Lions next year? That division. Aaron Rodgers is going for Green Bay. The Bears. The Lions. The Vikings. I don't see it changing from the Vikings being that strong. Going to go hold the division. I have my question about Kirk Cousins come playoffs time, but I don't see that division flipping. I don't see any way to look the way. The Eagles released Darius Slay. I don't get that one. I need an explanation on that for anybody. If you want to pause the video and make it there for this video for whatever reason, explain. I'm surprised by the releases and lack of trades that I'm seeing for some teams. Like, I thought Darius Slay, he got to have some trade value, right? But the Eagles, they released him. But Jalen Ramsey to the Dolphins. Now that's Jalen Ramsey to the Dolphins. I just talked about Tua and what could have been over there in that division. When they come to the Dolphins competing. But Jalen Ramsey, cornerbacks, man, they tricky. if we talk about Darrelle Revis, talk about Richard Sherman, we talk about any good cornerback you can name over forever for the last 20, 30 years, they have these high moments of their career, but then age hit cornerbacks like it hit running backs. And they start to slow down. Well, I'm saying he's old, but he's starting to. I can see the slowdown starting to happen. If he can go over there and play like a top cornerback that he has known to be, that's a great addition for the Dolphins. But if it's just what he's gonna ride out the rest of his career over there, I don't know. The Dolphins is in a division that just got tougher with the addition of Aaron Rodgers and Lazard and possible Odell Beckham if Aaron Rodgers' wish list is answered. But what happens with Lamar Jackson? Does he play on the franchise tag for the Ravens? Why don't know why so many teams seem disinterested in Lamar Jackson? Many questions we want to ask. I want to open up a discussion. If you come across this video in the comments, I'm gonna be in the comments. So if you leave a comment on something I forgot, something I didn't mention, free agency just started when I'm recording this, so there's a lot of more moves that are gonna be made. Comment and let's discuss. I want to discuss this. I want to discuss basketball. Ja Morant is a hot topic. The Lakers, the Bucks, and them competing teams over there. Baseball season start on my birthday, March 30th. Well, baseball season. My Braves play March 30th on my birthday. So baseball season coming in. There's a lot to discuss over there with the new look of the Braves and the way we had Freddie Freeman gone one year. Dansby Swanson this year. We got Charlie Morton. Age is showing, plus the broke leg he had in that World Series. But Matt Fried, still that guy, and it's Kyle Wright is gonna continue to go up. I hope so. Ian Anderson started to show promise that year that we went on to win the World Series, and he just couldn't get it the next year, and we sent him down to Gwinnett to AAA. So Kyle Wright just had a real good season last year. Does he continue that trajectory? Hopefully it don't go the other route, but like, comment, subscribe, join the discussion with me, man. I'm gonna go watch more free agency.